Next, we're headed to Jordan's royal stables in a lush valley outside of downtown Amman. I'm entering the royal stables, and we're in for a very special treat today. I'm taking an insider's tour with the director and Her Royal Highness Princess Alia. Over 150 of Jordan's finest Arabians live here amid the arched courtyards of the royal stables. While the stables only date back to 1958, the bloodlines of many of these Arabians can be traced back hundreds of years. To find out more, I turn to Her Royal Highness Princess Alia, whose family founded the stables.
I mean, it was just the family stables to start with, and then my father in the early 60s realized that the Arab horse in the Arab world was being lost to a great extent because of racing. People getting more into racing and not using the Arab in the same way as they had as part of their history and culture in the same way. So they were crossing them a little bit with thoroughbreds to improve the speed. And for that reason, he really wanted the start to be to preserve the local lines and to preserve the Arab horse in its homeland.
I've been here riding in the Wadi Rum with Bedouins and getting to ride strong Arabians. How have Bedouins in the desert environment influenced the breed?
The idea is that the Bedouins, by being so close to the horse and having it, as the story goes, in their tent, you know, in days gone by, and being around it so much, have influenced it in the way that it likes to be with people so much. And one does notice, you can be in Europe and there's a field and there'll be different breeds and they'll come up to say hello, but the Arabs will keep following you, you know, until you get out of the field. They really do like being around people, and they're very curious. And they say that that goes back to the influence of having been around the Bedouins so much, handled so much in their tents, and that over the years it's developed a very special relationship with humans.
Are there any particular legends or myths surrounding the Arabian horse? There
are lots of myths and legends about the Arab horse. Some say that they're comets against sort of bad entities. But one that I particularly like, that I heard from a very old friend, was that there were 7 original Arab horses, and that each one had a message, a specific message, and that all Arab horses today carry one of these, at least one of these messages. There are things like the courage to protect the ones you love. In that way, some of those horses could appear to be aggressive, but it's actually courage, loyalty, love, compassion, but really wonderful messages. And that these horses came with a message, and they were created beautiful because people need to receive these messages, but they don't listen to each other enough. So therefore the horse was created beautiful because it would attract human beings and be able to pass on the message in a subliminal way. But then sadly, human beings started wanting the horses for themselves, and greed came in, and greed spoils everything. So I think it's a rather lovely lesson in a way, if one thinks about it.
Well, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I'm excited to see all the beautiful horses you have here.
Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a nice tour, and I hope you come away with the feeling that you've seen something interesting.
Abdul Razak, who's in charge of the daily care of the horses, takes me around to see some of the horses in action. I love seeing the horses just running and their movement. It's so beautiful.
Really, yes. Actually, these are the classic beauty of the Arabian.
For more video clips, expert tips, or to learn more about equitrekking on PBS and equestrian vacations, visit our websites at equitrekkingtravel.com and equitrekking.com.